guys, welcome to my 20-week video. So I am 20 weeks pregnant, which is about 5 months, with my first, and it has been a journey. When I first fell pregnant, we weren't sure if we wanted to be pregnant or not. I think that's how a lot of people are. It's like you can never really plan for something like this. You just kind of have to make it happen and make it work. And there's never really a right time. What might be a right time for you isn't right for somebody else. And so we're all different ages and at, different points in our lives when we decide to actually take that step and start a family. So this is our first. We are having a girl. We've got a couple name options, but haven't decided yet. We're waiting until we can actually see her. We'll probably narrow it down to like 2 or 3 names at the most, and then wait until we actually deliver and give birth, and until I give birth. And then we'll decide on a name that fits once we actually see what she looks like, and hopefully it will just click then. So 20 weeks pregnant. What is it like to be 20 weeks pregnant? For all the new moms out there that are having their first and maybe looking at these videos for advice and what other people have gone through, 20 weeks, I wrote down some symptoms that I've been experiencing. So in the beginning, I didn't have very much nausea. Everybody's different though. I just had major food aversions, didn't like to eat anything. No coffee, and I love coffee. No broccoli, and I love broccoli. So it's like you do a complete 360 on what you did enjoy to what you might not no longer enjoy while you're pregnant. But 20-week symptoms, so I'm at the end of the 2nd trimester, about to go into the 3rd. Well, halfway through your pregnancy, is bleeding gums. I've had a lot of bleeding gums from flossing, and I floss pretty much every night. But some drastically bleeding gums, which is normal. It seems that your stomach stretches more in the evenings or after you've had a big meal. So in the mornings I feel great. I feel like my t-shirts are a little bit looser when I first wake up. I feel like I can move a little bit more. And then as the day progresses, you feel like it's stretching further. And in the beginning, it almost felt like somebody was actually on the inside, like pulling your skin, and you could feel all these little micro tears. So for those of you who don't know, I was a professional dancer. Now I'm a dance teacher and I own a dance studio. So I was teaching acrobatics, and I remember just pressing up into a simple back bend, and I felt my stomach like tear all these little micro tears in this bridge, and I came down. I was like, okay, that was just a few, like maybe 3 months pregnant. It's like, okay, no more back bends, no more acro for the rest of the pregnancy, which is kind of sad because I'm losing a little bit of my fitness because I can't put my body in those positions that are regular for a dancer or an acrobat. So nothing on your stomach, nothing on your back, unfortunately. So I've had bleeding gums. You can feel your stomach really starting to stretch from 20 weeks onward. Sinuses, I've had like just a little bit more sinus problems and sneezing throughout the day, and like maybe a little bit of trouble breathing at night, but nothing major. And then this is a little weird, but your stomach gets like a little bit of peach fuzz. So it's gotten a little bit hairy, but not bad. But just little blonde like peach fuzz everywhere. That's not normal, that I didn't have before. And then the last but not least, the biggest symptom for me has been problems with my hips. And I'm not sure if that's a symptom that a lot of people experience, or if it's a dancer thing. I think because I'm so used to being turned out that all of a sudden needing to sleep on my side, your hips go so parallel that they get a bit sore while I'm trying to sleep, because you can't sleep on your stomach or on your back, obviously. So sleeping on your left, and then you switch over to your right, and then your hips and your sacrum get really sore. So I've been sleeping out on the couch, which is more comfortable than the bed. And a lot of the times I'll just prop up pillows completely behind my back, and I'll just sleep as I'm sitting. Normally, I sleep sitting up, and it's a lot more comfortable than actually lying down on your side. So 20-week symptoms, done. It really hasn't been that bad. So I really try to stay positive, stay happy, and enjoy the ride, because how often are you going to be pregnant throughout your life, I am a big gymmer and fitness type of person. I love to work out, and it's something that I try to do. I like to do 5 days a week. I'll take the weekends off. 5 days a week on top of teaching dance pretty much every day, because as a dance teacher you're not getting the level of fitness and the workout that I actually consider a workout. So being pregnant and being so heavy into fitness, I slowed it down. I know a lot of people don't. Well, not a lot, but some people don't. Those CrossFit ladies are crazy. They will carry on with their bellies all the way. I slowed down a lot. I've just been doing a lot of cardio, which is great, and just simple like toning and bar exercises to keep my muscles a little bit fit, but maybe only 3 days a week, not as often as I like to do. I have noticed that my stomach feels like it's gonna kind of tear open when I'm doing certain exercises, even if I've modified it. So I prefer to just stay away because it is a delicate situation. I'd rather get myself back into shape after. So try to stay fit throughout your pregnancy, because I've heard, I haven't experienced labor yet obviously, I've heard that your labor can go a lot smoother if you are physically active, lots of squats. I've also struggled with just balancing my diet. I was vegan and very plant-based, which I loved, and it was the best I've ever felt. But since being pregnant, I've decided to introduce some salmon, a little bit of chicken. I won't cook the meat, but if we're out, I'll order chicken or salmon just to get a little bit extra protein in my diet. But I've found that I haven't enjoyed cooking that healthy stuff as often as I've been pregnant. It's been leaning more towards the sweets and chocolates and crisps and cookies and the not so healthy stuff. So that's been a struggle, because I've been wanting to eat all of that, plus you're already putting on baby weight, and I don't want to triple, the weight gain. But so just maintaining that balance and that diet has been a little bit of a struggle. So I think your taste buds, your palate changes a little bit, and maybe, I don't know, what the baby's craving is what you want to eat more of. I've heard from a lot of videos that if you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables while you're pregnant, that your baby will be more apt to eat the vegetables as they grow up and as they're born. And I wish, I'm really trying to get as many vegetables in as I can, but it's a struggle. The only other slight challenge I'm experiencing is physically teaching, like dance. The ballet is fine, but obviously teaching the acro, teaching choreography, because you can't really twist, you can't do anything on the floor, on the back, you can't roll around. It's rough. You feel like you just can't do what you're used to. Your body's not moving, and it feels horrible, and everything is harder to move. So that's definitely been a challenge for me personally. So anybody in the fitness or dance industry where your body's going through such a dramatic change, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, and you have to prepare for it. So I've made sure to get assistance in classes, and I have a full-time teacher coming in for the last month of pregnancy from South Africa to come and teach here in the States for me for my last month, and then I have 3 months of an American teacher coming in to teach. So I've got 3 months of my maternity leave, but still it'll keep my business rolling, which is my main goal. I don't want to completely shut it down. At least it will maintain while I'm, have the baby and get into the new routine of life. At 20 weeks, you definitely want to start moisturizing your belly if you haven't already, because I can really feel, like I mentioned earlier, the stretching. I've been using just regular cocoa, or cocoa butter. Yeah, cocoa butter, oil, and usually every evening when I go to sleep, I have it right by my nightstand. I'll rub it on my stomach, just to really help with the skin and make sure that it's getting the elasticity that it's going to need, because I'm sure if I'm only halfway, I'm going to triple in size, and I'm not very small. So without further ado, that's pretty much for 20 weeks. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. But maybe I'm the lucky one, I don't know. I haven't experienced, this is my first pregnancy, but Just relax and take it easy and go with the flow, and you will be fine. You will figure everything out as you go. So 20 weeks pregnant, want to see what it looks like? Okay, 20-week belly shot. You can see from the t-shirt, it's quite wide, so I was literally like half of this. So it's my stomach. There we go. Got my maternity shorts on. And also at 20 weeks, my belly button is quite stretched out. It's completely flat now. I'm not sure if it will pop because I've always just had a flat belly button. It hasn't really been too much of an innie in general, so it might just stay flat for the entire pregnancy. But this is what my 20-week belly looks like. So it's definitely an adjustment for anyone. It looks so funny, and then you can can't see it on the camera, but a little bit of the peach fuzz like coming in everywhere here. And also you start to get the dark line at about 20 weeks. I'm not sure what that is, but that's starting to come in now as well. It looks much better with your t-shirt and your clothes on. You can still kind of hide it nicely so that you don't really tell. But I can't imagine what it's going to be like in another 3 months when baby's ready. It's crazy. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for your 20-week update. I will be back. I'm not going to do these every week because I don't think symptoms and things change that drastically every 7 days, but I will definitely post maybe every 2 weeks or so, just so you can kind of experience and see the progress. So if you're a new mom and you're pregnant for the first time, I'm wishing you the best of luck. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm also a new mom, not even a mom yet, new future mom. And I'm just trying to share my experience in hopes that it'll help somebody else prepare for their pregnancy. Because I know when I first found out I was pregnant, I was on YouTube looking at all the first few weeks pregnant and what these women were going through and what it was like. And I definitely overthought it. Don't overthink it, just enjoy it. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time.